Hey, good morning. This is Ben with Studio on the Lake. Hey, we're looking at 2nd of January here. I'm sitting down here in Iowa and I was trying to put together a year in review. That's different intros that I've ran across the time, and this is early in the spring, which is my favorite time. I can still see the lake. It's starting to thaw. There's a little bit of ice on there. This is currently what we have outside the studio window now. And I don't dislike this time of year. I put a fire in the fireplace, but I much prefer this time right here. So I'll do in there. And then this is kind of, there's not a lot of going on here. I pulled several projects. I apologize. I really wanted to put a nice mix of what I put up for videos in the last year. It's been a great year for Studio on the Lake, associating with Jordy Johnson and Just Carve Rob and the rest of you folks, and I'll mention you later on. But the channel has 135 videos on it, so if you haven't subscribed or you haven't looked at any of those, seen any of the other videos, I highly recommend you go back and do it. The last one we did this year was a Christmas present for one of the dwarves. That's what I call the grandchildren, Wizard Wand, and ironically it's getting twice the views that my normal carvings do. So I think it's pulling in some outside information. But you saw that we did some reviews and that sort of thing of tools, and this is a little Chinese carver. You'll see my power station later on in the year. There's my pup, who's now 2.5 years old. So let me let this video run in the background. I'm just going to talk a little bit. Those of you that are followers will recognize a lot of this, and if you haven't subscribed and you're not following, I'd like to encourage you to do that. You certainly help the channel. Like I said, we got over 1,500 new subscribers in the last year. Channel's been monetized and things. I'm starting to figure out what people are interested in. But I want to look down in the description there, and you'll see links to a lot of the folks that I follow. And certainly among them, I credit a lot of the channel success to Jordy Johnson. There's my carving station in the background. Over at Just Carve Fusion, or Carving Fusion, you got Rob over at Just Carve Rob. He's growing up with me. There's a new character in the carving world, and we're all trying to help him out because that's what this is all about, showing people how to do this or giving them ideas to do their own thing. Calvin over at Calvin Carves now. He was under Calvin Hobby. He's a 12-year-old up there in Canada, and Jordy's been helping him out quite a bit. I've sent him some basswood. Jordy and I swap basswood and various different, he sends me cotton bark, I send him basswood. But check out the other carvers that I follow in the links down there. People have asked for more birds this year, so I'm going to be doing some more birds. I think I sent that one to Calvin, I'm not sure. But hey, I showed you guys how I did a video, or how people were asking, well, how do you put this together? That's in there in those 135. But here's some honorable mentions. These are folks that typically watch most of my videos, and they also make comments, constructive comments, and I don't have any trouble on the channel with trolls. I think I've had one negative comment in the year and a half that I've been doing this. But I want to thank all these folks. If you recognize your name, Mark the Maker, he's always commenting in there. Liz Aiken is always in there. Mike LaFleur, Spike Willow, Elaine Bendel, and if I apologize if I massacre somebody's name, but these folks are people that always watch the videos, and I see the comments over and over again, and I start to recognize the names. So thank you for what you're doing. Glenn McKelvey, Anna Thorgensen, Mark Decker, Neil Foreman, Peggy Hicks, of course Evil Rick, Tina Rankin, Hugh Templeton, and Alan Terry, Cleve's Backyard Wood Carving, just to mention a few, and I apologize if I left you out. I made a quick list. A lot of you folks are accusing me of being, I don't like to put my face on there. I don't think you're interested in looking at my mug necessarily, but the work that I do. And then I'll typically do a voiceover because I don't like the grinding in the background. And quite frankly, it's a lot of work to edit back and forth between live and the whatnot. I will do that on some videos, but a couple of you have been accusing me of being Sam Elliott. I can think of a lot of worse things in the world to be accused of. But the channel has done some awesome stuff in the last year, and it's all because of all of you folks. So if there's something that someone is interested in seeing, and let me know, and I'll certainly do that. I've got a lot of cottonwood bark that Jordy sent me, so you'll see a lot more of the spirits. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of spirit birdhouses because they all seem to be selling. And I do have an Etsy channel. And you just look up Ben Studio on the Lake, and that'll find you my Etsy channel. I'm not real good about posting stuff on there, but occasionally stuff will come up. And as with most of these carvings, if you're interested, let me know, and I'll tell you if the carving's for sale or not. Here's a pumpkin series. Jordy and I have got into, and Rob too, have got into some crazy, wacky videos. We got into the spirit fish fiasco. If most of you remember that, if you're a follower of any of the channels, we got various different things. We messed around with some magic stuff. I pick on Jordy because he has a cat, not a dog. But we have good fun. Nothing but respect for all of us in the carving community. Everybody has a style. If you want to get joined up in here, get your channel started, start doing your stuff, let me or Jordy or Just Carve Rob or any of those guys know. And more than happy to share a link to your channel, because what this is all about is the carving. So this next year, I think I'm going to be doing some beginner series, a little bit more in depth. They seem to be pretty popular. I will be doing some more birds and decoys. I do like to carve the decoys instead of the characters. And this last year, I've tried to carve what people wanted to see. They wanted to see the spirit birdhouses. That's one of my most popular. The beginner videos seem to be doing pretty well in large, and that may be boring for some of you that are following the channel. So I'll sprinkle whatever whimsical, crazy stuff that seems to happen to come up at the time in there. So don't think that I'm gonna go back to pure carving. A lot of you remember this owl. I did him actually 3 times. Twice he got broke up. The third time, or one time, he got eaten by Groot, that big character you see in the background. That happens. Carvings don't necessarily make it all the way through finishing. And one turned out to be a dragon, but I'll try to show you a little bit more of that if things don't work out. And I might even try to go back and do this owl one more time. So I'm going to let this go ahead and run and finish out, but I want to thank everyone. It's been a good year, and we're looking forward to another good year, and hopefully I'll get a chance to do some more videos for you. But hey, thanks a lot for the support. This has been Ben with Stu on the Lake. Enjoy the rest of the video. And if you haven't subscribed, by all means, do so.